In March of this year, I started my podcast named Think Business with Tyler. The format of the show is to interview business owners and entrepreneurs. It's been a fun ride, and I've learned a lot along the way. I have 19 shows published and another 10 that I've recorded and have yet to publish. I've already found doing my own podcast has opened a lot of doors for me, from getting invited into a podcast network to meeting a lot of really cool people, to getting lead generation, to having new relationships to refer business to. It's really opened a lot of doors. And now I'm a big fan of podcasts. So I wanted to create a list of items that I've used that got me started and are very easy to use and easy tools to access. But before I get into the tools, I want to bring up two things. One, this video is not designed to be a deep technical review of any of these items. So if you're one of those folks, and I get it, I'm like you too sometimes, you want something with a really deep technical analysis. This isn't it. This is just my observations as a casual user. So I still believe you'll get a lot out of this. You just won't get a deep technical analysis. Number two, this video isn't meant to include everything like mics, Zoom, Canva, and other tools, since there are a lot of choices out there, and I just wanted to stick to my favorite five. I do use Zoom to record my podcast. Another one is Riverside FM if you want better video quality. I do use Canva to do my graphics. I do use a more advanced mic, but I started out very basic. So I would just say my one thing on all these tools is just stay basic to start. Just get started. That's probably the number one thing I could say. So everything in here, I'll put links to in the show notes. I also want to add that there are no affiliate links. I am not using affiliate links. These are just products that I've enjoyed, and I feel like they help me get started. So with that, I want to get going. The first one is Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is where you host and publish your podcast show. And what I like about it is it's super easy to use. There's another service that's oftentimes compared to it. It's called Anchor FM, anchor.fm. And I like Buzzsprout a little bit better for me. I felt like it was a little easier to use. The interface is really easy. Getting into directories, their process is really easy. Their stats are basic, but once again, just really easy to follow. So I'm a big fan of Buzzsprout for hosting and publishing your podcast show. The next one is Upwork. I use Upwork to provide freelancers to either create show notes, edit my show, find me guests, do graphics, anything along the lines to help me get my show out there. There's usually someone on there that either can do it as one service, or you can hire 5 or 6 different people that do each component. I find that Upwork is better for long-term relationships than something like a Fiverr. I've just had better experiences with Upwork to establish ongoing relationships and having really high quality service. So that's my number 2. Number 3 is Otter AI. Now this is optional, but I'll tell you, I rely on this so much. What Otter AI does is I connect it with my Zoom, and when I do the show, Otter AI is transcribing the show in real time as we're having the show. And what's so great about it is at the end of the show, I can actually instantly have notes that I give to my show note writer, and she uses it as the framework for writing the notes. It saves a lot of time. I also use it to drop into Buzzsprout, where it has a tab for transcription notes. I drop it into there, and I also do it on my website. And the advantage in doing that is that you get search engine traffic, or you increase the chance for search engine traffic by dropping in the transcription. So I'm a big fan of Otter. It makes it really easy. I actually use Otter for any meeting I do over Zoom, even if it's just a regular business client meeting. I just love having the notes auto-generated. It's reasonably accurate. The next tool that I have is Descript. I love Descript. Descript can be used as a full-on editor for audio or video. I use it for quick edits. What I like to do is I'll drop in the audio file or the video file, and I'll do it quick edits for my audiograms. Those are just little snippets of the show that I post out on social media. Descript makes it really easy. What I like about Descript is Descript transcribes the show when you drop in the file, and then you edit it by actually removing words or sentences from Descript, and then it edits that file. So if you edit a sentence, it actually takes out the audio related to that text sentence that you pulled out, or it takes out the video. So it makes it really easy. And what's cool about it is it's actually really accurate. It does it pretty seamless. There's some times where it sounds a little wonky and you have to play with it, but for the most part, it does it really clean and easy where you can't even tell you remove words or sentences from the transcription, and it replays just seamlessly in the audio or video. Finding guests, number 5, finding guests. The 2 services that I use when I first started out, I hired someone off Upwork, and she did a great job. She found a lot of guests. The problem is I couldn't convey my image to her of who my ideal guest was. And so she got me a lot of guests, but a lot of times they weren't a really great match. So I did some homework and I found 2 services. One was matchmaker.fm and the other was podmatch.com. Both of these services have given me more guests than I possibly could ever interview. And what it's allowed me to do is raise the bar of guests that I want on my show, and I get a really tight profile of who I want. Now, I will tell you, they both have free options, but I pay the premium version because it just gives me so many guests, and makes my life so easy that it's worth, I believe they're both about $40 each a month. But once again, there are cheaper versions. You don't have to go to the full pro versions. So that's my top tools. I just got to reinforce podcasting has opened so many opportunities for me. And I really truly believe it's one of the best decisions I've made this year to start one. I would say this, if you're considering doing a podcast, just do it, get it going. Don't let all these little variables stop you. Just have fun. Don't feel like you have to have this polished show. Your technique's going to improve. You can improve your tools, but you start to get yourself out there. And man, when I started, my confidence was low. I was scared. I was nervous. Now I'm getting more and more comfortable. I still, obviously, from this video, I'm sure you can tell, I have a lot of improvement left to do. But I do see myself incrementally improving and getting online, interacting with people in the interview atmosphere, sharing my knowledge with other people. So it's just been a great avenue. So I highly, highly advocate, if it's on your mind, just go for it. Thanks a lot.